Oh, uh-oh. We are live. We got a lot of light in the background. I don't know if I can shut any of that stuff off. Let's see. Anything better? Yeah. Although I got the light in front of me. Let's see, maybe if I put this thing. This light, let me unplug it. Not a great way because this light is all over me. Anyway, who's that? Marcus, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're in the shop. We just finished up a carburetor rebuild for somebody for a Briggs and Stratton. And that stupid Troybilt, Mr. Clem, Jeff. The Troybilt, it does have a sleeve on it. Underneath the clutch was a thrust washer and a sleeve. But I made the stupid mistake as the sleeve was on there so hard, I didn't think it was a sleeve. I thought it was part of the shaft. So when I tried to do a pneumatic with a socket, I gouged the hell out of it. So I may have to cut that off. We'll see. The end of it's all pain. It's a real pain in the butt. David, hello. How's everybody doing? But I figured I'm in the basement, and it is so freaking dark. Let me see. If I turn on one light and shut off another, let me see what I got here. Oh, that's too much light. Let me see if I turn that light on and turn this one off. And I come over this way. Still a lot of light. Actually, you know what? I'll put you in my toolbox. One of my toolboxes. Yeah, see, you gotta get away from that light. Oh, that's better. That's not too bad. So just got home from work. Yeah, like I said, I'm hanging out in the shop. You can see all the dead Kohler pistons and rods up here. I've done a lot of Kohler case series pistons and rods, and usually when the victims get rebuilt, I put their predecessors hanging from the rafters. So I probably got about 100 pistons and rods hanging up here. So anyway, hope everyone's having a good night. I was on there earlier, and I did that video the other day on the gas cap, and it was just about, the dirt in the gas cap, and it's got like 2,700 views already. I'm like, oh my God, just for a gas cap. Then you do an in-depth video, you get no views, Crazy. Rich, how are you? Everyone's saying hello. Let's see. Who else is here? Tim, like I said, if your son wants to talk to my son, let me know. Instagram. I do it with Mick all the time. Give him some experiential pointers and things like that. So let me know. No problem. Henry, what's going on? My oldest daughter is over visiting. They're talking about wedding plans, so I'm hiding in the basement. My son is playing video games. So, Francis, how are you? Yeah, I'm a little overexposed because of all the lighting in here, but yeah, it's a little better. Anyway, just hiding in the garage. Yeah, let me know, Tim, because I'm Ken Small Engines on Instagram, and like I said, I'm sure my son will answer any questions that your son may have. Let's see, Joe Ortiz, hello. I was telling everybody when I started here, the crankshaft on that stupid MTD AC3 engine does have a spacer. So when you tighten the clutch down, there's a thrust washer in the back, and that pushes against the tubular spacer. That pushes against the flywheel, acting like a nut to hold it. But I made the dumb mistake. I didn't realize it was a sleeve. I'm banging on the crankshaft, nothing happened. I put a socket on it, banging on what is now the spacer. So now it's all peened over, and the thing does not want to come off. I tried vice grips. I've tried everything. It just, I don't know if I'm going to have to cut it off or what, but the short block's not available. The seal for the stupid engine isn't available. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. We'll see. Hey, there's Mick. What's going on? You at work, buddy? I think it's work time, right? What is it? Midnight your time, Mick. Yep. Cliff Cadell. Hello, Cliff. Oh gosh, but so we'll see. Like I said, just hiding out in the basement while the women upstairs talk. Rodney Barker, Ronnie, I just said that there's a sleeve on there, and I should have known it, but I haven't done a strimmer in a while or a cultivator in a while, and that sleeve is like welded on to the crankshaft. It will not come off. I may just take a Dremel and put a line down it and cut it off, and just buy it because the spacer is available. So I may just cut a line down it and buy another spacer. I don't know. We'll see. Mick turned up. That's all right. That's half the battle. Hey, Boats, what's going on? Let me see if I can throw a link out. Hold on. Invite. Copy. Let me go in here. Control V. Paste. There's a link. I'm on a Chromebook. I actually bought this Chromebook a couple of years ago before I got 1,000 subscribers so that I could do live stream. So it works pretty good. Got long battery life. I think the battery is good for, what does it say? Wow, 6 hours left. Not bad. It's a cheap Acer Chromebook. I think I paid $115 for it. Cheap. Schoolboy error. Yeah, I know. Amateur. That's what it was. Stupid error. But who knows? I mean, it feels like it's on there. It's definitely on there, but I may just cut it off. That's probably it. Chris, what's for dinner? Nothing for me yet. It's actually 10 after 7 with my daughter up there with my wife. God knows when they're going to make dinner. So who the heck knows? Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, Clem has stickers. You need a Clem sticker? Cliff? He's got his stickers, absolutely. Grilled adobo tuna. That sounds good. That sounds real good. Yeah, John will send you out some stickers. No worries. But anywho, I just figured I'd come out and say hello. I think all the other streams are done because it's after midnight there. So I figured I'd come out and say hello. I was just amazed that my quick 3-minute video on a gas cap got like viral, like 3,000, almost 3,000 hits in like 2 days. I was like, wow, it's amazing, So I just rebuilt a Briggs carburetor. Of course, I didn't film it, of course. But that's one thing. You need a cameraman or you need something set up where you can film it easy because one person doing it all sucks. Really sucks. I wonder how Ash made out with his mower. I know I think he sorted out the governor a little bit with the flywheel governor there. We'll see. John almost mentioned to see. Yeah, I know. Everyone's asking me. I got a lot of emails about the flywheel, and it's funny. The flywheel's still available. The tubular spacer's still available, but the short block's not available. So I mean, the short block used to be $32. Oh, yo.
Yep.
What's going on?
At work.
At work. Oh gosh.
How you doing?
What's the weather over there, Mick? Decent weather or what?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, freezing here. 20s and 30s, freezing.
11 degrees here at the moment.
Oh, it's not bad. Ain't bad.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
Ain't bad. Paul Calabrese. Hello, Paul. Shot of your shop. You don't want a shot of my shop, Chris. It's a freaking mess. I got tools everywhere. I think I showed you all the Kohler pistons hanging from my rafters, all the dead ones. But the lighting, for some reason, these LED lights, bright. It's like it's overexposed when you have the lights on. It's tough. I got to tilt it to the side so it's so you don't get the overexposed reflection. I
don't want to say what's doing about casting the shadows. Can I leave that be?
No tipping down here. Jeff is here. Let's see if he's on an angle or not. No, Jeff's not on an angle. Holy cow. Jeff, you're straight.
How's that?
You're usually like this.
Like that?
There you go. Yeah, you're usually sideways.
Oh, I'm not sitting down right now. I'm standing. Hey, Mick.
How you doing?
What are you eating, Mick? Crisps? What are you eating?
Potato chips.
See that? The America's rubbing off.
Now there's a saying I didn't think I'd ever come across.
You got a major project going, Ken.
Oh, this stupid flywheel's going to be the death of me, I tell you.
Stop.
We'll figure it out. Like I said, it has that. I should have called, like Stella had one apart, but the one she had didn't have the extended crankshaft. But normally in a Strimmer, and Mick, you could probably attest to this, when you have the clutch pushes on that tube, and the tube holds the flywheel tight like a nut. And I forgot, and it looked like it was all part of the same crank. So I'm banging and banging, and all I'm doing is peening the damn thing together. You know,
I did have a look up on that engine, and I was able to. Here comes out one of my colleagues. I was able to see you can actually buy just the flywheel separately. So that told me that.
Yeah, the flywheel and the tube you could buy separately, but I was hoping I could get the short block, but it's discontinued.
Yeah.
But it's funny, the short block was only $32. It was reasonable. I was like, shit, for $32, I'll buy a short block. But then in LA,
buy a couple of them.
Well, I'm hoping I could find something maybe on eBay. Someone has one. You never know, you know. But I was just talking to Stella on the phone too, and I was showing her pictures, and yeah, it's just you can see in the photo. See in front of the flywheel at number 71, that's the tubular spacer. And that's the spacer that goes over the crank, that when you tighten your clutch down, the clutch pushes against it with a thrust washer, and that's what holds your flywheel in. Mine, it must be rusted to the shaft, because even vice grips, everything else, it is not moving. It's just not moving.
So what are you going to do then?
I think I'm going to cut it off, to be honest with you.
2 seconds.
Because you can still get it. Here's a picture of the flywheel and the tubular spacer when you buy them as a set. You can actually buy the spacer. It comes with the flywheel when you buy it. So hopefully. Oh, the crew showing up?
Hey, Ken, you know what they make?
What's that?
They make this thing called a hacksaw blade you can cut them with.
I'm going to use a Dremel. It's easier to Dremel. Hard to get a hacksaw in there. I'll just use a Dremel with a cutoff wheel. And I'm going to see if I can slice it maybe a little bit where it's peened over on top, and see if I can peel it back like an onion a little bit and then free it, you know. But I even heated it tonight. I almost caught the freaking shop on fire. I had my gas, all the dried up fuel and oil on the flywheel went up like a freaking house fire. It was great, you know.
He was sleeping in the back seat of that pickup.
Oh, I tell you. Hey, there's Tom. Hey, Nioki. How you doing? Tom helped me a great deal too. He had some good input too. Crypto's here, I see. Wait a minute. Where's Crypto?
So what are you going to do then, Ken?
No, the guy wants it running. The problem is it was leaking oil, pissing out like crazy. The whole starter, it's got one of those, what do they call those? Insta start where you pull it halfway and it goes bink, you know, those things?
Yep.
But it's saturated with oil because it's a 4-stroke. So it's got a crankcase, and all the oil kept leaking out. It is totally drenched with oil. But the problem is, since they don't sell the short block, they also don't sell the seal separately. I can source a seal. I can mic up the shaft and the OD. I can source a seal, but the thing was $299 brand new 20 years ago. When do you say when, right? Crazy.
You say when you start beating it for 3 hours with a hammer.
Oh, I'm telling you. I'm past that. I am definitely past that.
I bet that wasn't as trying as my day today.
Well,
what happened?
Well, I was working in the shed, and then all of a sudden I had Top Plonker turn up.
Oh, yeah. Was it planned, or did he just surprise you?
No, he did tell me he was coming down. He bought a 2-stroke Victor Edger, which has got a really weird carburetor on it. They got like a diaphragm, sort of like a cookie size, if you like.
Yeah, the big square ones that don't really have any thickness to them, right? Those things.
Oh no! This is round, and they're really thick. In fact, they're sort of layered.
Was it like a Tillotson, like the old Tillotson carburetors?
No. They're solid. They're a plastic carburetor, and all they work in, it's like you have a fuel inlet pipe which goes into the carb, and then that goes through a compression secondary diaphragm which goes into the cylinder. And then you have an air intake which comes off of the top of the mower, comes all the way down. The throttle cable is inside the air intake pipe as well, which makes it even worse. It's a really weird setup. They're from Australia predominantly. They're really. I've only ever worked on 2 in my whole life, and I got it running, but I think it's got a needle and seat issue where It's really weird to explain. The float is only the float goes vertically instead of horizontally. Okay, goes up and down.
Okay,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's back to front.
Yeah, like a motorcycle, almost like a motorcycle type, an old motorcycle.
Yeah. The needle, when you push a float up, it locks off no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But when you drop the float down, that needle's sticking in there somewhere. And I've cleaned it all out.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But so anyway, I got it running, and it's not running right. So it's got. And the thing with a two-stroke is just before you run out of fuel on a two-stroke, generally they rev their heads off, don't they?
Oh yeah.
So it's hard to diagnose whether it's actually got fuel starvation or it's flooding, but it will run on about just under quarter choke, and it runs nice. But as soon as you take it fully off choke, it revs up and dies out. So
did he buy it for resale or just a touch with?
He bought it 2 years ago. He paid a lot of money. He paid a lot of money for it, really. I think he paid about 150 quid for it. It's a deadly bit of kit. But anyway, he turned up today. So we done a video today together, and we had lunch together, which was quite nice. Took the mickey out of each other, which was good. He come down for a few spare parts he wanted as well. He had them for free, may I add. That was.
Did you have to make him lunch, or did you guys go out?
But I had that big abscess a while ago on my tooth, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
He sent me down. He posted me from Cornwall, from West Country, a big box full of Cornish pasties, which I put in the freezer. And so I took two of them out this morning and cooked them up, let them go cold, and we had them for lunch. So that's quite nice.
Well, that's cool. Hey Dennis, what's up?
How
are we doing? Hey.
So it's good. I saw Top Plonker. He come down. He's working on an old Quantum or something, and he had no recoil for it. So I had a couple of spare recoils here, so he'd take one of them away with him. So it's good to see him.
Hey Nick, here comes your old friend.
I haven't got any friends. Hey, Hank, I got the hoodie.
You got it?
No.
You actually got one? You really got one?
No, did I, buggery?
Yeah.
Nice.
How you doing, Hank?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, buddy. I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Too bad you're at work, huh?
Well, I've always said I like my job, so technically it's not a job, is it? I like my job, so.
Nick, is that your full-time job, Lon, or no?
Say again.
What's your full-time job?
This one.
Okay. Which is what?
Oh, wait, Dennis, mistake number one. You're an amateur. You don't know what Mick does?
Well, I missed through YouTube, so
he's not even subscribed to my bloody channel.
What's the old song? I've been working on the railroad.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work on a specialist train that lifts and packs the track up. But I've got a lot to do tonight. I've got a lot to do all week actually, so I'm not going to finish about 5 o'clock in the morning. But no, I love my job.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Well, you were saying when the weather's good, it's a great time for you to do your stuff, right?
What do you mean, YouTube or work?
You were saying that. What's that?
What do you mean, YouTube or my job?
No. I'm saying on the job. You were saying when the weather's good, it's good because when the rails get too cold, you can't do your job.
If it gets over 36 degrees, I can't touch the rail for 3 days. If it goes below 0 in places or -7 in places, I can't touch the rail. So I like, for me to do my job, a nice standard overcast day. If it's too hot, I can't work. If it's too cold, I can't work.
You poor guy.
It's not that. It's if I lift it up and start treating it, it just buckles, and no one respects me when a train comes off in the morning.
Yeah.
Nice. Ken.
Now, are they going to depower and all that tonight, or what? Oh.
Hey?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go on.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, Ken, I was going to ask you on my Kohler 2, that video that you commented on. It's got a weird surge. Like when I adjust the throttle, like it's variable. Like I don't think it's a carb thing. I think it's more of a throttle governor thing. But it tends to like just drift like up. I've limited the high end with the stop, but now it tends to, I was watching it yesterday running, it just kind of like does this weird vibration, but I could tell it's not it doesn't seem like it's a carb surge. Is there like,
you know, it's sure it's not an air leak?
No, it's
not an air leak through the throttle shaft.
No,
when a throttle shaft's there, they do that all the time.
It is. I'll admit it's a Chinese carb. But I have a feeling like when I didn't have my throttle like locked down, like as far as the spring position and all that, it seemed to be really bad. Now it's like it's not as bad, but it seems to like still be a little sensitive, like more than any of my other ones.
Remember the Kohlers, there's 10 or 12 different adjustments you can make on the governor system. That's what's crazy about the K series. That L-shaped arm's got 6-7 holes, and then your link on the other one has 2 or 3 holes. So there's and the spring that you use, the green spring, the yellow spring, all the different. There's so many combinations for sensitivity. You know.
Okay, because I didn't know about the springs, but I knew about all the positions. But yeah, I'll just keep fooling.
Yeah, you have to make sure the right spring is on for the application because the tension does make a difference. Yeah.
Which is going to make it.
Dave gave me a sticker. You don't have to do that, Dave. I appreciate it.
If you got a Chinese carb on there, and you got genuine springs on there, you're going to have a problem anyway, aren't you?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you never know what you got with the Chinesium.
I got to tell you though, it runs. It starts right up. I use the I got the transdenser on it. Which
did you from Dave Kirk? Oh yeah, those are beautiful. I love those.
Yeah, I got it. Well, this one I got from Dale Covert.
Yeah. Dale reps for him, I think, right?
So could you not try? Could you not try getting hold of the spring and just taking a bit with your finger, just pulling back on the spring a little bit, just to take some slack up, just to see if the spring.
Well, that's Nick. That's a good point. One of the things I did notice is so that you have the main arm, the L arm moves, then that goes to a spring, that goes to an arm, and then a swing arm, and then a rod, and then the reverse arm, which goes to the cable. There's a lot of slop in the arms. There's a lot of wear.
Just get hold of that spring and just pull him back just a hair, just to take some tension up, see if it clears.
Okay.
There should always be tension on your governor system, no matter what RPM you're at. There should always be some kind of tension.
I think now that you say that, I got to look at you have the big L arm. There's the L arm. Yep. That one has a few different spring positions. So maybe exactly what Mick just said.
Yeah, there's 6 or 7 on the large L arm. There's 3 on the middle arm. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta pull it back so there's constant tension. Maybe that's what it is.
It sounds very similar, although it's not. The engine's not similar at all. On the Atco bound Morals, you have your throttle arm, and then you have a governor. But on the governor spring that goes across, you have about 15 holes going down, and lots of people they tune the carburetor so it runs right, and then when they put it under power, you get a surge. Which is not fuel related at all, and just by taking the tension up, just by pulling the spring down, if you like, you can put enough tension on that throttle flap just to hold it open at the right tension. You just drop the spring off, drop it down 2 or 3 holes. Just try that. No, drop it up 1 more hole and go from there. Could be that.
All right. Yeah. I think I'm close. I've gotten better and better to more control, more less variation. So I made my own throttle cable bracket. I moved the spring, a few different things. I think I'm close, and it's getting better. I just noticed some weird fluctuations yesterday. It could just be slack where obviously the carburetor is sucking in so hard. There's just not enough tension on that governor spring just to hold that governor still. The throttle flap still. That's a great point, Nick. I'll check that.
Hey, I'm full of ideas. Whether they're good or not is your opinion.
Yeah, you're full of something, all right.
Oi. Play nicely.
That's the same problem that Ash is having with that machine that he had today. He's got that.
It's hot like crazy now. Yeah.
So on the LHP 16 carburetors, which I'm I'm familiar with, on that SV150 engine, you have a very, very small, really thin spring which goes around the throttle arm, and then it links back. The leg goes onto a small post. What happens with those, and you can't buy the springs, what happens with those is they just lose their tension, which is the same thing as what we're talking about. Yeah. And all I do, I get a pair of long nose pliers, I grab hold of the end leg, I pull it so it stretches the spring. I take another turn around the throttle arm and then loop it back, and that tends to hold that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that again goes with what Ken was saying: constant pressure on that governor. You can't have any fluctuation because that's what changes it. Yeah.
Which is weird because when you get something like a Honda GXV 160, whatever, that little spring that goes on the bottom of the governor arm to the control panel, when you throttle that up, you still get a massive amount of hunting if the carburetor is dirty, which you would think you wouldn't get as much as that with a Honda, but Hondas are renowned for a really serious hunt surge if the carb is dirty. But yet you clean the carb up and it runs as sweet as a nut. So it's some in it. But a Chinese carburetor, you're always going to have issues. What's that,
what am I looking at? Clear. All right. Yeah, okay, Ken. So yeah. See that that bar? Yeah, it's.
You got the middle one is the one normally that you pull with your throttle wire that puts tension. See where the arrow is? It puts tension on that spring, which is the main sensitivity on your big L arm.
Yeah, that's the one I got to look at to see where it's attached to that one.
Yeah, usually it's on the second or third one up from the bottom here. And it's usually on the first or second one down on that one.
Yeah, the big L one on the far left where the pliers are, I'm at the very bottom on that one. And then on the other one, I have to check. That's the one I have to check. The one that you would.
Yeah, usually it's second one down in the middle. If you go second one up on the end and second one down in the middle, that's usually a good starting point. Okay. But did you adjust the governor too? Or you went full throttle and then turned the shaft all the way to the left?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did that back. When
it could just be that you've got a Chinese carb on there. You know what them Chinese carbs are like. You got to accept that.
Oh yeah.
You could only get 80% of true running out of it. When you put I had a Honda, a commercial guy came in with a commercial Honda, and he crapped out on me. He sort of having a 75 pound genuine carby. He went for a $16.99 Amazon with free spark plug, filter, fuel line, and all that sort of stuff. And although the engine ran, you could just hear it. It just wasn't running like it should do. No matter how much you tried to tune it, it wouldn't have it. So it could. Yeah,
it should be good. It should be. Yeah, to your point, if I get 80% out of it, I'll be happy with that. It's these things are definitely over geared, over torqued. Yeah. I'll manage it with there's a lot of adjustments in the main. Both the PTO speed, the ground speed, all that. So it'll be a good runner once I tweak it.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't take it to Ken because he'll end up smashing it with a hammer for 3 days.
Hey, only MTD made to destruct. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I
just have to learn to stop saying yes to friends. This is a friend of my wife's, okay? If it was someone just coming to me saying, hey, Kenny, this thing's leaking oil like a sieve, I would have said, garbage. Just throw it away. Just like Henry with the chainsaw. Just throw it away.
It's funny. I had I don't know if it was an MTD, but it was called a Snow Champ. It had a Tecumseh engine on it. It was from the 80s, I believe. My father-in-law gave it to me. He had it when I started dating my wife back in 90. I mean, we've been together more than 20 years, but he's had it back then. And I got to tell you, despite it being a Tecumseh and it being, piece of POS, it would start first or second pull. Every year I had it. It was, I have other Tecumsehs on my Sears Suburbans that caused more issues than this one. This thing was like every year, boom, I finally just sold it to a neighbor who gave it to someone, and it would start immediately every single time.
So we got Steve in the house. Hello, Steve.
Steve who?
Steve's Little Engines.
Steve's Little Engines. Oh, the bloke from Germany?
Germany, BC, right?
Yeah.
Henry, I'm so interested in seeing how, I don't know what gave you the idea to take a Harbor Freight motorcycle lift and make a tractor out of it.
Not a tractor, a tractor lift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You didn't see the video, the second one?
No, I I must have missed that part of it. I'm like,
oh, it's all reinforced now. I like the Milwaukee. Mine has a cord on it. You got the cordless, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Henry's got all the
should be good.
He does.
Should be good.
He's got more cordless tools than anybody.
To be fair, he's loaded, so that's probably why he can even afford. He can even afford to post out hoodies to UK. You know what I mean? So he's got loads of money. All right, Hank.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Meg is asking if is the lift powered? He's asking if it's powered. What is it? Just hydraulic or what is it?
Foot powered. Yeah, hydraulic.
Foot pedal.
Hydraulic.
Yeah. I've seen them.
Like a Pender lift.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to build a netter Pender table. You know, the one that he uses when he washes.
Yeah, the plywood on top.
Nope.
The metal one
with the screen.
Oh, the whole table, the whole thing.
Yeah, the screen. You know, it has the.
Oh yeah. Oh, that thing. Yeah, it looks like for plants and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to build one of those.
Yep.
Mick, do they have Harbor Freight over in Europe?
No, not over here. Not in the UK. We absolutely crap out when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, I think we crap out full stop. You know, over in America, you go and buy a new truck, right? A new pickup, and it's got everything: heated seats, heated mirrors, and you know, heated steering wheel. And it's got the lot. You know, over here in the UK, you're lucky if you get 4 wheels. You know,
yeah.
But no, we don't have anything like that at all. But to be fair, you know, if I want something bad enough, I'll just get it. I'll just get it from the States. I just order it up and just pay the shipping. It's what it is, you know. I wish we had like a craftsman sort of tools and what have you, because they're good quality to a degree, you know. But we don't. No, we don't. No, we tend to crap out a lot on stuff like that. I had a weird one last week, Ken. I had a bloke message me on one of my videos, and then he emailed me. He said he had a lawnmower for sale, and he lives down south near me. So I messaged him up. I rang him, 25-year-old, and he said, "Yeah, I can sell the mower." I think he wanted 55 quid for it, which was cheap enough. I could have made money on it. So we did the deal, and I said, "Come on down," and that was that. But he turned up with no mower. So I thought, well, where's the mower, man? What's going on here? And it wasn't. He just wanted to meet me.
He had a crush on you.
Yeah. So he's only a young lad. I think he got a bit of additional needs going on, which is cool. But he come and sat in the shed, and he bought me a grease gun, a work torch. He bought me a compression tester. Weird. It's just I can't get over it. You know, he's like, oh, you want a photograph with me in the garden? And
he brought gifts.
Yeah.
Okay, Terrell.
Oh, yeah.
Terrell,
you know me.
You better watch if your doorbell rings late at night.
You know me. I'm just a man in a shack, right? I can't fathom this fame thing. It baffles me. But yeah, that was really weird. He said, "Can I be a sado and have a photograph?" I went, "Yeah, 15 quid."
Nice.
It's all right. It's weird, but I've got a nice compression tester, but it's only a Draper. Going back to what you're saying about tools, it's only a Draper one, which is a good make in the UK, but some I want a Stens one, you know, but they're like 70, 80 quid, aren't they? Yeah. For a Stens compression testing kit. A lot of money.
They're the same thing except for a different name, you know. I mean, it does the same thing.
But they do, Hank. But I've had 2 or 3 from Amazon for like I paid like 30 quid for one. But the valve always goes on them. You know the little valve inside.
Yeah, you can buy those.
You can, but this is the issue. And in America, you can buy that sort of stuff. Over here in the UK, you can't get it. Do you not remember the problems I was having trying to find air air compression fittings and fixtures.
Yeah.
You know, a company sells a certain air fitting, but it don't fit on any of your couplings. So you would think there'd be a standard conversion kit which you can buy. Hell no! I had to go to a specialist machinist to find the exact same fitting. Took me about 3 months. You know,
not right.
So do you guys have a lot of? So you guys don't have a lot of trucks over in Europe?
Common? As in pickup trucks?
Yeah.
No, we do. No, yeah, I used to have one. Yeah, no, we do. We do get them, but the problem is, well, I say the problem is that you're now feeling our pain. Is that the price of fuel over here is so expensive to run those big engines that you guys have.
Yep.
Too expensive. I mean, we generally just run a 2.5 liter turbo diesel, maybe TDI, turbo diesel injection, but we're paying £1. I've seen it £1.95 over here a liter. Wow. You know, you're paying $6 a gallon.
Yep.
You know,
I'm right now. I'm four and change for a gallon right now.
Yeah, the cheapest here is a 4.11, but in Connecticut, we're going down 25 cents Friday for like 2.5 months.
Yeah, we had the same. We had a new budget, and a chancellor. He knocked 5p off every litre, right? Mm-hmm. But all the petrol stations done 2 minutes before midnight, they put it up 5p.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a coworker he was coming over from Ireland, and we toured him around Rhode Island, and he was just dumbfounded at the amount of trucks he saw. He goes, "Yeah, we just can't have something that size around here." And I said, Ken and Henry, you'd get this. I'm like, you think it's big? A lot of them around here. You should go down south. It's like a rite of passage. Like, monster trucks are on the road down there.
Yeah. But the thing is, over here in the UK, if your wheels are wider than your mud guards, or if your wheels are wider than your wheel arches, it's actually an MOT failure. Can't drive on the road legally.
Wow.
Yeah, you got.
I remember that being as a kid. Yeah, you always had. That's why you had like the plastic.
The fender flares. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Make it legal.
That's it.
You'll see it now.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. Over here, it's still the same. If they're a certain inch or millimeters over the wheel flare, then you can't drive it on the road.
Yeah, but your roads are also more narrow than our roads.
Yeah.
We have 25-foot span roads.
Oh yeah. No. So some of our one-way streets, which is just a single road for a town, you wouldn't fit an American truck down it.
Right. Exactly.
You guys would all be floored when I was out in a few weeks back. It was just like I don't want to say a city road because it's Salt Lake City or whatever. It's those areas, but 6-lane one way.
Wow.
It is the reason someone explained it to me at the time. They said the reason it's so wide is, number one, they have the space, obviously, but they made it wide enough that you either had an 8-horse carriage and you had to do a U-turn. That's how wide it is.
Wow.
Man.
It was ridiculous on how much room. They're like, "Oh, you're going to see traffic," and we're like, What traffic are you talking about? You've never been to New England.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, 6 o'clock in the morning when I used to head out to work, that's all it was myself and 18-wheelers all down the highway,
Well, this morning we had a snow squall. They closed down the Merritt for one exit by the tunnel there, Henry, and it was 20-car pileup because there was a snowfall, like 2-3 inches of snow in like 20 minutes.
And it was just a strip going right through the center of Connecticut. Just a strip.
Wow. It was a strip of snow, but it dumped 2 to 3 inches in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And
we got
it was
nothing
so
here.
cold that was icy.
Yeah, cars were in our parking lot this morning, 2-3 inches of snow. I'm like, where the hell are you coming from? Because we had nothing here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went out this morning and
we got snow last night, but only a dusting, and most of it blew off because it was very windy. It got cold. I mean, right now it's only like 29.
Yeah, it snowed chilly. About a half hour ago here too. It was.
We had flurries all day, up and down. Yeah. Yep. Crazy.
Nice. Well, listen, boys, I just wanted to say hello and ask the questions about the coolers. It was good seeing you, Henry, Mick, and Ken.
No worries.
And, hope to see you guys next weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
Have a good week. Don't work too hard, Mick. And
Never do.
We'll see you later, brother.
Take care, Dennis.
I'm surprised Steve's not coming up because usually he's asleep when I'm on normally. Now he's up.
Steve won't come up all the time I'm up here. He's like that.
Well, I threw the link out there. We'll see.
He won't come up.
It's only what is it? 4:44 where he is, 4:45.
He ain't got the minerals to come up whilst I'm up here.
Yeah, I'm surprised John's not coming up. He had that surgery done to his left eye, the laser surgery.
Oh, is that today?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Hope he's got a patch on and he looks like a pirate. That'd be great.
Yeah. He probably does have a big patch.
He'll have a patch on with a cucumber on his shoulder.
Oh, come on.
So why are you hiding in the basement then, Ken? What's going on?
No. Like I said, I just finished up. I rebuilt a carburetor for an old Briggs, what they call the large flow jet. They call it, big one. I redid one of those, and then my daughter, my oldest, came over. The one's getting married, and they're talking wedding stuff up there. So I'll let them talk that.
I had a fella message me last week. What I've had in lawnmowers for sale, and he said my lawnmower's a bit hard to start, and this, that, and the other. And he sent me a photograph, and that's an old vintage cylinder mower, a web with the old flow jet carburetor on it as well. So I don't know if I can be bothered with it. You know what I mean?
Is that the same web company as now?
Yeah. You know, the problem is, Ken, with it is you can change that little that gasket and diaphragm set underneath it, but sometimes that big long straw breaks sometimes.
No. This is the flow jet that looks like this type, the kind that has like the cup on it.
Yeah.
The big ones. Yeah, you're talking the Pulsa jet, the one that has the tubes going down, like on a 5-horse Briggs. Yeah.
I don't know if I can be bothered with it. For what it's worth, you can go and buy a running one for 50 quid, and a whole running machine. So I haven't heard from him. So I've got a Scarifier coming in tomorrow. First time I had one of them in the shop for a long time.
I'm just amazed at the price of these gaskets for like Briggs, the old flow jets. These gaskets are like $4 or $5 a piece.
That looks very similar to the Amel sort of gasket.
Yeah, same basic. Yeah, same basic type. Yep. But I took the last one out of my dealer. He didn't have any more hanging on the wall. He's got the big wall display. He goes, that's the last one. I go, what do you mean? He goes, can't get him anymore. I'm like, really? So,
come on over, Ken. I'll give you
I know. You got a whole freaking plastic container of which one do you want? I know. It's like Henry's like a shopping supermarket over there, small engine stuff. But it's all organized too. Mickey, you tell him, I need this. He knows exactly what shelf, what container, but he can't get to it because it's 12 feet tall. You know?
He's a goddamn hoarder, and that's all there is to it.
He's got to get one of those like library ladders, the kind that slide like a library books. He's got to get one.
Whoa! We can't be having a Hank climbing ladders at his age, for Christ's sake! Hell no.
We'll have to make him a lift.
Yeah. You have to have a harness and hook himself up to it. Just winch himself up.
When they pull shingles to your roof, Henry can step on the bottom and go up.
Well, there you go. When you design that new table of yours, Hank, if you have it so it's hydraulic, you can stand on it and just push a button. Up you go. Get the right box and down you go again. Great.
There you go.
Good idea, buddy.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Oh, Simone's going to bed. Good night, Simone.
I like Simone.
Night.
Oh yeah, it's quarter to 1 your time.
Yeah.
You still waiting on the crew or what?
I'm waiting for the possession to be taken. So the block was at 5 past midnight. But
is that when they shine the light to tell you it's all clear, or what's that?
No, so the two signal boxes either end, the signalers, but they turn their signals to red to protect the area, and then the guys then put red lights out and explosives. And then the guys in between that will turn all the power off, and then they go behind and take all the breakers out the substations and put straps down to make sure it don't come back on. And it takes a while. So I'm expecting a phone call any minute, but it's already taken longer than what it should have done. I've got a lot to do tonight. I've got over a mile to do tonight, which is about 4 hours work. But I don't know. We'll see how we get on. It is what it is. That's the advantage of my job. You know, you've only got until the last train runs and the first train starts in the morning. That's the time you got. So you just fit your working around that. So, and then if something goes wrong, like they can't turn a breaker off, that's it's cancelled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you're not too far away from home today, are you?
No, I've been moved now, so I'm in South Stoke in Arundel. Arundel's actually my hometown. So I'm only 25 minutes from my door. In fact, I'm only further away because I'm right out in the countryside. I'm right out in the sticks.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not far. But yeah, I should be home about 5:30. But I've got to be up early. I've got bloke coming around at midday with a scarifier. I've got a bloke coming to pick a mower up at 8:30 in the morning, but he's going to help himself. He's a trusted friend. So,
Henry, what's Rich talking about here? I don't.
I'm not. I just saw that.
Is that the walk behind snapper that he bought? Which one's he talking about?
I think it is the one that he got at the auction.
Yeah, he got an older one, right, with a white engine, one of the older ones.
Right.
But what wire is he talking about? Like a kill wire on a lawn boy where you have to have the bag in?
Probably it is. They had everything you had was a kill wire anytime you put a bag in. You know?
Yeah. Especially the old Toros too, the hard bag ones where you have to click it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Is that what you're talking about, Rich? I think that's what it is. Let's see.
I picked up 3 mowers this week. 3 hater 41s, all with the exact. And one-eyed Willie.
Where's the patch? All right.
How are y'all tonight?
Good. Where's the patch?
They don't have a patch for this kind of stuff.
No.
If I had one, I'd have put it on though, just for mix's sake.
Now you know me, John. I'm not one to take the piss out of the old people.
Yeah, what'd you have? LASIK? What'd you have?
No, I had cataract surgery back in November, and there's something that a membrane or film grows over the back of the lens on everybody that has cataract surgery, and they have to go in there and laser it off.
Yeah, okay.
They did my right eye last week, did my left eye this morning.
Cool.
Yeah, it's still it's still kind of funky right now, but
did you have to get a ride home, or were you allowed to drive?
Oh, I drove. I got like 4 tickets and had 3 wrecks, but it's okay. It'll be all right.
Hey, you know all the cops in town, so that's all right.
No, Lisa drove me. She drove me up there and back.
You see Mick? Look at Mick.
Wait a minute. What's he got a black? I'm trying to see. What's he got, a black rag or something on? Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Okay.
Arg.
Hold on.
It's funny to see Mick with glasses, huh?
It is, yeah.
I should wear glasses all the time. Ever since I was a kid, I've got a real weak right eye, really weak, and from birth I've got a stigma.
Yeah.
So my lens is my lens is really thin on one. Where's my camera? Up here. So my lens is really thin on one, and then
thick on the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should wear them all the time. But I tend to do that a lot because I'm trying to see what's going on. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, congrats on the 500,000. There you go.
Steve,
what, £500,000?
500,000 viewers.
Man,
it's doing good.
So I bought 3 mowers this week, all with the exact same fault, each one of them. Weird. All the same fault. It's a common fault, but I didn't think I'd pick up 3 so cheap with the exact same fault. Exact same fault, all of them.
So what was wrong with them?
It's like a big horseshoe, if you like, Hank. A big horseshoe like that, which goes up into a deck, and that holds all the suspension and the gearbox in position. And it always snaps on one leg. And then the suspension lifts up and it bounces on the front end. It's only about a £20 fix, but it takes about an hour and a half to fix each one. So I've ordered all the parts up, and I'll get each one done this week. I was going to do it today, but then somebody turned up to visit me, so that sort of scuttled my plans.
It's the same thing like on the transmissions on the Riders. They got a little horseshoe holding it in place, you know, on each side of the differential, you know.
Yeah, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, it's such a common fault. But over the years, they never ever replaced that part, updated it, and strengthened it. Never, you know.
See, a lot of people, they try to bang the wheel off the axle, you know, because it gets rusted on there, and they pull it right out of that little horseshoe. The whole shaft comes out.
This is a roller system on the back tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
That same thing Minuteman was working on. A couple of those big cylinders, one split cylinders.
No, it's not. It's nowhere near the same. I've got one in like that. I've done a video of it. It'll be out in about a week. I picked up a nice GXV 160 Kaz Honda commercial 21-inch with a power roller on the back, and the bloke bought it, and he fitted like 4 carburetors to it, and he could not get the thing to even link up. And the main reason he bought the new carburetors was he could not undo the 10mm bowl nut on the bottom of the carb. He couldn't get it undone. It was all chewed up, rounded off, and beaten up. So I give him, I think I paid £80 for it, which is cheap. He gave me all the carburetors. So I got like 4 or 5 spare brand new Chinese carburetors on top. So that's my money back straight away.
Yeah.
And all I'd done, I just put the carburetor bowl nut in the vise, pinched it up tight, and I just unscrewed it with my hand. It come off. So I put two copy 10mm bolts in there in the original carb, hooked it all up, and this is the thing. I hooked it all up. I pulled the cord and it started, so he didn't even have to take the bowl nut off because the carburetor was good anyway. Yeah. But the drive is knackered, so I've got to take the gearbox apart.
Yeah, you get all the luck.
Not always. A gearbox for that is going to take me about 2 or 3 hours to strip down and do. I've got to take all the roller assembly out and what have you. But I have got Luke's video to help me do it, so I've not done one before. Yeah.
So what did Conker want when he came over?
Food.
Mick's always good for a meal.
No, he bought a 2-stroke edger, but it's an Australian engine, a Victor. Ever heard of a Victor?
Yeah, I've heard of Victor. Yep.
Yeah. It's got. I was saying that Ken's got a weird plastic carburetor system on it. It's really, there's nothing in there apart from just a big diaphragm the size of a cookie. So I had that to work on, and Conker couldn't even figure out how to take it apart. So they are a little bit weird. We got it running, but I think you need to buy a few bits for it to get it to run right. Yeah. I don't like them because they're smoky, they're noisy, they're gnarly. It's not a very nice machine.
Bonjour, Mr. Boo.
Bonjour.
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 Ken.
What's up, Boo?
Mick, Sir Mick.
What's up, brother?
Henry and Jack. Which I know Jack Sparrow. Yeah, right.
It's Jack Sparrow. It's Jack Sparrow. It's Jack Sparrow.
Tim Palmer. Bill Clement. Hello, everybody in chat. How y'all are? Too many names to mention.
John, do I need to go onto Amazon and buy myself a patch and a parrot? Do I need to do that?
I'd rather it be a parrot than what you said a while ago.
His voice just gives it away. Not Jack Sparrow. The movie. Edward Scissorhand did not have that deep voice.
No.
Well, today it'll be Pirates of Mississippi.
That's right. About the Mississippi River.
What about Jean Lafitte, the famous Louisiana buried treasure pirate?
They're still looking for it.
Yeah, everybody's still looking for it. Yeah,
John
Island. Yeah.
He got more booty buried in the swamps and marshes of Louisiana than people can shake a stick at.
John did what, Mick?
I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave it where it is.
Highly unusual for you.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit close to the bone, so I thought I'd leave it. You know, sometimes when you get something comes into your head and you think that's a good idea at the time, you think, actually, no, I'll leave it where it is. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hey, Steve Small Engine, how you doing, morning, me?
Steve-O.
Steve, yeah, Steve-O.
Why? I know he's still. Why is he not coming on panel? I
told you, he ain't got the minerals.
He's afraid. He's afraid of Mick, he said.
Look, whenever I see him up on panel, it's always, Mick won't come up, blah, 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 blah. Starts giving me some stick, you know. I mean, I'm up on the panel in his time zone, and he ain't going to come up. He ain't got the minerals.
That's why I went on late tonight. I figured I could maybe get Bruce, get Steve, get some of these West Coasters.
Come on up, Steve.
You know what Steve's like now? He's hit 500,000. He don't want to be sitting with the likes of us.
He's just counting the cash. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey. San Rose, how you doing, San Rose?
Sandy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the choo-choo train.
Yeah.
You get Mick all excited.
That's the Cajun.
Trust me. If you hear a horn, it's not a time to be excited, John. He's telling you something.
Yeah, for real. Mm-mm.
They've actually stopped us all working on the day now. There's no day work at all now. Stopped us doing it.
Why is that, Mick?
Too many people getting killed, mate. Simple as that. Too many people getting bowled over.
Mm.
You got to remember, over here in the UK, our trains are faster than yours. You know, ours are doing 120 miles an hour in places.
Oh wow!
You know, a standard railroad speed is 70 miles an hour, and then it upgrades to 90 in areas, in not common areas, and then it goes to 125 on the main line, and that's one train every 7 minutes.
Yeah, see, ours couldn't get that fast because we have stops every like 6 miles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too many turns too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did you see Will Smith give Chris Rock a good
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you have lyrics in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air saying, "I got in one little fight and my mama got mad."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, he was pissed.
Hey,
Stella.
There's Miss Stella.
Hi, Stella.
Hey guys, how is everyone this evening?
Good.
Yeah, we're doing very well. We're trying not to discuss John's eyes. Tell us, leave John's eyes out of it. Okay, don't mention it.
Well, that's why I'm wearing my real glasses right now. The stuff that I really need to see with. So, but it's too close to the screen, so your guys are all a blur right now. So.
Oh, that's why I wear cheater readers. You know.
That's why I wear. Here, forget this mess. There you go. Now I can see everybody just fine.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
These are cheaters. That's the great thing about these.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, yellow and you mellow, so everything's all right.
Yeah,
Stella,
well, the real ones are yellow too.
Yeah, why would you wear anything else? I mean, we know you as Stella with the glasses.
That's right. It's part of the costume.
Yeah.
That's your gimmick. Yeah, that's your gimmick.
Yeah, my daughter got all excited, Stella, because she heard me talking on the phone. I was like, "Is that Stella?" I was like,
Yes, we were measuring our crankshafts. Oh wait a minute, we didn't talk about that. Whoa!
Oh, somebody's gonna take that out of context.
Wait, Stella. Technically, we were measuring crankshaft sleeves and nuts. So you
That's right. That's right. What's that nothing to do with it?
Yeah.
You ain't been up here but 3 minutes, and you already lowered the tone already. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No, not me, man.
Nah.
You done got Boudreaux. I mean, me, Cajun, beat to the punch on that one. Usually, people take my stuff out of context, but that was a good one.
It It took her 3 goddamn minutes to lower the tone. 3.
I didn't think it was that long, Mick. Good
It
Lord.
was. It was. Yeah.
It probably upset her. It took so long.
That's right. Dang. Well, Kenny, did you get the bigger hammer and just wail on that thing till it came out?
No. I used the brass hammer and I mushroomed the living crap out of it some more. So I think tomorrow I'll get the cutoff disc for my Dremel and try and take the sleeve off. That's all.
Ray, Kenny's was bigger.
Oh.
Hey, Rich.
Technically, it was. If you want to be fair, yeah.
It was. I'll go out and get mine and I'll show you.
No,
hers was a stub shaft. Mine was full length.
That's right. Mine was a stubby.
Oh, hers went on a pressure washer and yours went on.
It was cold outside.
It was shrinkage.
Yeah.
Shrinkage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was chilly.
Gotcha.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I remember George on
Seinfeld.
Yeah. It was a cold shower. The water was cold.
It was shrinkage.
That's what I tell Lisa.
Boy. Me and Stella, we missed out, last night before last? Something like that. It was with Tom Dobie. I read it as 7 p.m. Central Time. I didn't know it was Eastern Time, but he was an hour late anyway, he says. So,
well, I thought it said 8
early.
o'clock because I set a reminder for that. And then, of course, I went to log on at 8 o'clock. It's like, the hell, this is done. No more.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, then I did. I thought it was 7 Bayou time, but it wasn't. It was
because you're an hour later than me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But he had put in Eastern time. He had put in Eastern time 7, so that made it 6 my time. So I got off another live panel and went on to his, and guess what? 5 seconds later, boom, the stream quit. I'm like, oh, he was on an hour, but he did say he was on earlier than expected. So that's the reason.
What are you testing there, Ken?
So Kenny, you got that spark plug tester thingy.
Yeah, hold on.
Those are kind of interesting. I've thought about getting one, but
which one?
It's one it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would like to see it, like I said, under compression. And you mentioned you were going to do that, and I'd be curious how you would create that. You guys
I am. You can see now. Yeah, they're sparking now.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do, I have a plastic rod, and I'm going to tap out the rod for a spark plug. I'm going to drill, making a combustion chamber. I'm going to put an air fitting underneath, and I'm going to put so much air pressure in there and do it under pressure.
I wonder how much air pressure you can get in there before it would.
Can you hear me? I can't hear
you. I can get 100 psi in there.
We hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear you. You guys are gone. So I've got to go. Phone's just rang.
Oh.
Bye, Sir Mick. Have a good evening.
Night.
Take care, Nicholas.
I'll have to talk with you on that, Ken.
Yeah.
I want to.
It's a cheap tester. The tester's only like $20. It's really cheap.
Like $25 on Amazon.
I want to see under the hood. The underneath though. I want to see. I might have all the parts over here to make one.
Well, because I was thinking too, the problem is plastic is so damn expensive. I wanted to get a block. I wanted to get a block of Lexan that's like 4x4 by 8. It's $300. I was like, whoa,
wow,
yeah. So what I was thinking about doing too is I could take just an engine block with a piston, get like a 1-inch thick piece of plastic, cut the hole in it, stick the cylinder head on top, and just look through it. I could do that too, either way. But I want something that's easily visible, and I think I have some like 1-inch diameter clear rod, and I'm going to use that so you can actually see the plug while it's sparking right there inside the tube. And on the bottom, I'll hook up an air line where I can go with 150 PSI, and I could check under different pressures if the torch plug blows out, because under atmospheric, The torch plug is firing fine, but it would not work in the guy's snowblower. It wouldn't work.
Right. Well, the other thing you could do is you could get a really thick piece of acrylic and sort of, double. But
try and find a thick piece of acrylic. It's expensive. Head. Even McMaster Car, I can't find any cheap acrylic. It's not cheap. But problem is acrylic will shatter when you try and tap it. You got to get Lexan. You got to get polycarbonate.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Acrylic is like plexiglass. It'll shatter when you drill it and tap it. Where Lexan is a polycarbonate resin. It'll let you machine it.
Yeah, you could bend it. You could bend it.
Maybe you could just put in like a Healy coil, spark plug Healy coil threads. I mean, you'd be stuck with 14 millimeters, but that's sort of standard for most lawnmowers and whatnot.
The thing with this tester, it's made for automotive spark plugs, which are all of the long variety, like for an overhead valve engine. Right. So if you want to do a J19LM, I have to take the leads out from inside and make my own connections because short plugs won't fit in it.
Really?
Okay.
That's
it's an automotive plug tester for long reach plugs, like the RC12YCs and the overhead valve type,
Right.
Yeah. Hondas and cars.
Yeah, anything with the overhead valve. The short J19s or the J8Cs, they won't fit.
Right.
Or any of the chainsaw plugs, they're too short.
Oh yeah, because the plugs are smaller, like the L-head Briggs, they shorter thread.
Yeah, like the CJ6s and CJ8s and all that.
19s.
Yeah.
Sort of a stubby like we were talking about before.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Yep, definitely. It's just like I said, I gotta get caught up. I got too much crap here. I can't even walk in my shop. It's ridiculous.
I know.
But you ought to see mine.
No, literally, I can't even walk on my floor. I mean, I have stuff literally all over the place. I can't even walk in here.
Kenny, that's like a trip hazard in there.
It absolutely is.
I'll make a video here, and I always say I'll make a video here in the near future of the big shop, and which I showed some of it already. I have a video out on the big shop. I forgot what channel it was on, my Boo Lucat or my Cajun Coin Owner, but you can't. Yeah, it's a trip hazard everywhere. And Johnny Best, he does better in his shop hopping over stuff than he does on flat ground.
Yeah, but
one of his legs is shorter by a half inch than the other one. He'll fall down in the shower. Yeah.
Oh dear.
A working man's shop is always dirty.
Yeah, but dirty is one thing. This is just clutter, and I can't stand it. I really can't. I just don't have the square footage. I've got 12 toolboxes. I got all kinds of stuff. It's just too much.
Well, you need to downsize. Just get it to the minimum. Get rid of all those 12-point sockets. You don't need any of them.
Send them to Stella.
Like the tool, like this here.
Get rid of all of them.
See this rollaway right here? This 6-foot rollaway.
Yeah.
That's just electrical tools.
Oh, you don't need that many electrical tools.
Testing and electrical. Yeah, that's all it is. But testing too. Vacuum testing, pressure testing.
I know.
I have other toolboxes full of NOS, Briggs, and Kohler parts. Just where I bought out a dealer or something where I pulled all his parts.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing tonight?
Brando, what's going on?
Brandon's moving his shop.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Videos. I can't imagine moving my shop.
No.
I was looking for Brandon Saturday night, and he didn't go live. And the reason was that he's transferring. Okay,
right.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about moving. You get to clean up all your crap.
Yeah. He's got a long haul too. It's not
then you'll never find it later on when you put it. Yeah, correct. Like I'm trying to find my spark plug tester right now. Those red neons, those $30+ testers. I don't know where it's at. It might be on my electronics bench.
I had to go buy another tester because I couldn't find it because it was in my little to-go doctor bag. I don't do a lot of on-site kind of stuff, but every time I go pick up a mower from somebody, I have a little bag that has, a spark plug tool, a little pair of pliers, just a couple duplicate tools, and I had taken the one, automotive tester that's got like the pointy thing on it, the neon, and the single ground. That was it. I looked all over the place for that for hours, and I said, screw this. I went to AutoZone and bought another one, and guess where it was?
Where was it at?
It was in my little doctor bag.
Yeah. Oh, so you just overlooked it.
I didn't even think to look in there. I forgot that I put it in there because I went to somebody's house because they had a lawn tractor that didn't start, and it was just just the main fuse was bad. That's all it was. It was like 10 minutes, check this and check that. And so,
you need two anyways. When you got a, twin cylinder, you can check the two at the same time. So
you got two of them. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Hey guys, my dinner is ready, so I'm gonna have to end it. But you guys can still talk. Even though I'm gonna end it, you guys will still be in the basement, and you can talk all you want. So I gotta go. I gotta go grab my dinner.
I got a question for Stella when we backstage. So
all right, hold on one second. All right, everyone in there, hello, goodbye, see you. Thanks for showing up. Thanks again to David for the chat. I gotta go have my dinner, or else I'll whittle away to nothing. So
Ken must be hungry.
Well, it's already 8:15.
Yeah.